Now, from the news team that's covering the Carolinas, this is Channel 9 Eyewitness News Sunday morning.
We're following breaking news right now in West Charlotte, where a deadly crash has shut down I-85 North near I-485. These are live pictures from the scene. You can see our photographer zooming into the scene right now. State trooper there behind a big tractor trailer and a very mangled truck. You can see pieces of it behind that state trooper. Several first responders still on scene. Here's what we know. We know at least one person is dead. Right now, troopers are diverting traffic. The road isn't expected to reopen until the next 30 minutes or so. We're asking troopers what caused this crash. We'll bring you updates on air and online at WSOCTV.com. Windy conditions across the Carolinas this morning. Some places could see wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. The time frame for when the winds are expected to die down. Along with the wind, some places are seeing snow. This is a live look from Boone, where some snow flurries are falling this morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Elsie Gillis.
And I'm meteorologist Vicki Graff.
I'm excited to see some snow.
It is exciting to see that snow in the mountains.
Yeah.
And we've had a cold front that moved through overnight. That brought us rain in Charlotte, and now the snow in the mountains. It's starting to back down just a little bit. In fact, zooming in on live early warning Doppler 9, you can't see a whole lot of that snow, just a few flurries closer to Boone, but that could continue off and on throughout the day today. Now, we are starting to see that cooler air dropping in Charlotte. So right now it just updated to 48 degrees. It's 44 in Statesville and Hickory and 34 in Boone and in Jefferson. It is fairly mild for now, but you'll notice it will turn much colder as we go throughout the day. And it is also windy. We've seen wind gusts up to 25-30 miles per hour in Charlotte and up to 40 miles per hour in the mountains. That has caused about 500 power outages across Avery County. Going through the day in Charlotte, the clouds will thin out. Temperatures will struggle to warm up, so we'll start the day in the low 50s, and then we'll only make it into the mid to upper 50s later this afternoon. I'm tracking what could be the coldest morning so far this year tomorrow. I'll pinpoint how chilly we'll get in your neighborhood coming up.
All right, time to get those jackets back out. Thanks, Vicki. Well, this morning we're following two other breaking news stories. First, in East Charlotte, where police say one person was shot along English Hills Drive. We're told that person was taken to the hospital, but the injuries are not serious. Police say one person has been detained. We're asking what led up to the shooting. And in Uptown, a car overturned over the guardrail on I-277 inner. It happened around midnight near exit 2A and East 3rd Street. Medic tells us one person was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. We're asking police if alcohol or speed played a role in the crash. This morning, police are looking for the man who they say tried to kidnap an 11-year-old girl at the Southern Christmas show last night. It happened around 7:30 at the Park Expo and Conference Center in East Charlotte. The family told police a man approached their 11-year-old daughter and tried walking off with her. As witnesses approached him, he let her go and ran off. Police say the man was seen with a woman pushing a stroller.
That's pretty bold. I mean, people get pretty bold even with people around, but it's really nice to know that people stepped up and didn't let it happen.
CMPD is investigating. Anyone with information is asked to call police. CMPD will increase patrols at the Southern Christmas Show today, which is the show's last day. We've posted all of this information on our website, including the suspect's description. It's all on the homepage at WSOCTV.com. 7:03 now. Police say a man was robbed and shot outside a Walmart in East Charlotte. It happened around 8:15 last night. CMPD says someone stole a man's wallet, then shot him in the stomach. It happened in the store's parking lot on East W.T. Harris Boulevard off Albemarle Road. The victim is expected to be okay. Police haven't said if they have any leads on the shooter. The family of this Gaston County 2-year-old killed earlier this month will say their final goodbyes as they lay him to rest today. Kai Rashid died after his mother and her boyfriend, Marquise Graham, brought him to the hospital. Graham is now charged with murder in connection to the little boy's death. The heartbroken family told reporter Stephanie Tinoco they won't stop until there's justice.
There is power in the name of Jesus.
Ayanna Barnett is living through any mother's nightmare.
Yes, I love you forever.
The joy and light of her life, 2-year-old Kai Rashid died earlier this month. He died after Barnett and her boyfriend, Marcus Graham, brought the toddler to the hospital Graham is now charged with first-degree murder in Rashid's death.
God took him out of his pain that monster did to him.
Barnett wouldn't go into details, and police have not said how the 2-year-old died. But his family made it clear they would dedicate every moment to seeking justice.
And we will continue to make sure that Kai gets the justice that he deserves as well.
Amen.
Rashid's mother described the 2-year-old as the light of their family, a loving and tender personality with a promising future ahead of him.
Kai was just full of life, full of energy, always happy.
They lit candles in his honor and released balloons into the night as a symbol he will always be remembered in their hearts.
We do this for you, baby.
Stephanie Tinoco, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
The time is 7:05. More than 200 people gathered to remember the life of a well-known civil rights advocate in Rock Hill yesterday. Brother David Boone died November 5th after a long battle with cancer. Hundreds came to honor his legacy, which included fighting for racial equality and helping the poor. This is video from our partners at the Herald. Boone was 84 years old. This morning, there's growing concern from some after the $1.5 trillion GOP tax plan passed the House. It'll now head to the Senate, but some believe it won't go as far because it includes parts of Obamacare. Right now, Congress is on break for Thanksgiving, but when lawmakers return, tax reform is a top priority. Senate Republicans have a thin majority, but at least 2 GOP leaders already say they won't support the bill in its current form.
I believe that if we start getting into healthcare issues with the individual mandate, that we send a very mixed message.
There are at least 3 other senators on the fence. House Speaker Paul Ryan claims the plan would save the typical family of 4 almost $2,000 a year in taxes. Tax brackets would be cut from 7 to 4. It would also expand the child tax credit from $1,000 to $1,600. And corporate taxes would be cut from 35% to 20%. Now, this is a lot of information, so we posted it online for you. Just search for the story on WSOCTV.com to read how your taxes would be affected. New this morning, Congressman Robert Pittenger is heading to South America today, where he'll lead an international forum. The congressman will address the growing link between Islamic terrorists and the drug cartel, with 300 members of parliament and security officials from 15 South American nations.
We have to collaborate together to be able to defeat our adversaries.
This will be the 9th Parliamentary Intelligence Security Forum led by Congressman Pittenger. We have a safety alert for you this morning. Trader Joe's is recalling their yogurt dip and tahini because of listeria concerns. The company is warning customers not to eat its cilantro and chive yogurt dip or its tahini. No one has reported getting sick, and employees have removed the items from store shelves. The next time you head to Charlotte Douglas Airport, you'll notice some parking changes. Yesterday, airport officials moved the free cell phone lot next to long-term Lot 1 on Josh Birmingham Parkway. They say it will be easier for drivers to get in and out of the airport. The old cell phone lot off Old Dowd Road will turn into more long-term parking spaces. A University of Georgia student is facing more than a dozen charges this morning after police say he recorded a high-speed chase on Snapchat. Police say Hunter Wilkerson led them on a chase after stealing 5 traffic signs from campus. At one point, they were going 110 miles per hour. Officers say Wilkerson recorded it on the app Snapchat.
He was actively on social media, I believe it was Snapchat, and was sending out Snapchat updates saying that, he was in a pursuit with the police officers.
Wilkerson faces 25 charges, including fleeing a police officer and DUI. 7:08 now. Former President Bill Clinton is making headlines again, 20 years after his affair with Monica Lewinsky. Last week, New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand said she believes Clinton should have resigned after the scandal. Clinton's former chief of staff said he already suffered enough.
But the mere fact that he went through an impeachment process as president means that there will always be a shadow on the legacy of his presidency. So at least from my point of view, I think he's more than paid the price.
Amid recent sex assault allegations against politicians and Hollywood moguls, Senator Gillibrand was asked if Clinton should have stepped down during an interview with the New York Times. South Carolina has scheduled its first execution in more than 6 years. An inmate who's been on death row for 20 years will be put to death December 1st. Bobby Stone was convicted of murder in 1996. Authorities say he killed Sumter County Sheriff Sergeant Charlie Kubala. Stone claims the shooting was accidental. South Carolina has not carried out an execution since 2011. A new brewery in Henderson County is getting anonymous emails threatening to kill some customers. Police are investigating those threats made to Black Star Line Brewing Company. The brewery describes itself as a place where people can be themselves. The threatening emails are toward African Americans and homosexuals. Community members are rallying behind the brewery.
We're a very arts-minded, but also a very inclusive neighborhood, and I feel like, you know, either get on board or go somewhere else.
Police have not said if they have any information on who is sending those threatening emails. Today is the day NASCAR's most popular driver will rev up the 88 engine one last time. Dale Earnhardt Jr. will race his final race this afternoon at Homestead Miami Speedway. The Kannapolis native carries his father's name, but he stepped out of his father's shadow long ago with his attitude and approach. The 42-year-old has won 26 career races. He finished his final season in full after many wondered, including Jr., if he'd ever race again after battling concussions. Jr. lines up for his final race today at 3 p.m. We'll have highlights for you tonight on Channel 9 in Sports. Now taking a live look outside right now from our Lake Norman cam, a beautiful view of the sun coming up this Sunday morning. Meteorologist Vicki Graff has an update on your forecast from Severe Weather Center 9. Good morning, Vicki.
Well, good Sunday morning. You can see a couple of high clouds there from our Lake Norman camera. Those clouds are thinning out, and as we go throughout the day today, we are going to see plenty of sunshine. It's just not going to warm up a whole lot. We had a front that moved through overnight, bringing us some rain, and we're even left with a couple of snow flurries in the mountains. And as we go throughout the day, it will stay much colder in the high country. We're only in the 30s right now, and in Charlotte, not too bad, but we're not going to warm up much going through the day. We're 48 right now, 51 in Matthews, 50 in Monroe, and 49 in Rockwell. It still is a little bit breezy. Now, as we go throughout the day, plenty of sunshine. It will stay windy at times, and I'm tracking that mountain snow. I'll show you how much we could see coming up.
Police and firefighters put their lives on the line every day, but Channel 9 uncovered hundreds of their vehicles are under recall. At 7:45, the 5 safety issues that could put first responders at risk. Protests outside an abortion clinic in South Charlotte. At 7:30, the steps police are taking to make sure everyone stays safe. A local family praying for a miracle.
It really hurts to see such a strong man brought down by this terrible disease.
Next, the community support to help this family during this tough time.